It's twice Terry plucked up by the roots.
Yes.
Dear Pastor Doug and Church, thank you for allowing me to present the work that we are doing in the Philippines. I've been blessed through singing and fellowshipping with everyone. Well, ain't it funny how they even write in their slang? I trust that I have been a blessing to each of you. You're always in our prayers. May God, the Lord continue to bless you all. God bless you. In his vineyard, Brother Edu Dela Cruz and family. Edu Dela Cruz. How many enjoyed him last Sunday?
Amen. Yes, sir.
Y'all said he's a fireballer. I watched on the thing, and he looked like he's a fireballer. I've been able to watch it on there. So, without any further ado, how many want to take him on at $25 a month? All in favor of taking him on at $25 a month? Or raising up your hand. Any opposed? What I can see, I didn't see nothing wrong with it. He seemed like a little fireballer, though. He seemed like a mountain preacher is what he seemed like. What was amazing was he had no slang when he was singing. It actually sounded American. He writes in slang. So we will be doing that. So Kenny, you got all his mail address. All right. All right. Kenny's good at letters. All right. It is a special day today. Huh? There is someone whose birthday is today. And she's turning 30 today. So Misty, come on up.
I'm to the 30 club.
Huh?
Turn around and get your 20s, bye-bye.
Turn around and get your 25. How does it, and I'm gonna ask you, how does it feel to be 30?
No different, I feel younger. So I'm going to tell everybody I'm white.
You're gonna lie?
Yeah.
Well, what was our discussion this morning, James?
Let us all say it.
She should have been in her like this.
Oh, let's go back to that area. Go ahead, Kenny, sing happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God bless you. Happy birthday to you. We are so glad you're here. We are so glad you're here to learn about Jesus, our Savior so true.
Happy birthday. All right. Y'all be seated. Now, Andrew, where are you taking her after church to lunch at?
Asiana, because it's free.
I don't blame. Is that where you're going? I don't blame you. Yeah, Fire Subs does free
That's so
too.
better, we're gonna fire.
At least it's more American.
Yeah. Amen.
All right, Lonnie, where you at? You gonna sing for us? You decided not to sing? Will you and David sing together for us this morning? Or will you at least sing for us, Lonnie? Please. David, will you do it with him?
What if we give you $1?
What if we give y'all $1?
David, you got to sing.
Yeah. All right, come on, Brother Kenny.
Hey, you go for an egg. Amen. Everybody stand. Turn to 87.
Yes, he does.
87, bottom of the page.
Go F. Amen. We'll go F, Kenny Flag.
James give me the inspiration for the senior. He just loves me.
Let him let him.
Just for kids, so it's for everybody.
Choose. Oh, we gotta go to G.
That's what is I know. Oh, the Bible tells me ones to be wrong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yeah, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Jesus loves me unto God. Heaven's gates to open wide. He will wash away my sin. Let His wisdom cover me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Jesus loves me still. Though I'm very weak and ill, from His shining throne on high, comes to wash me where I'm at. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. I think that's for all of us, not just children. Amen.
And it says, comes to work 24 hour life. You shouldn't lie.
Howard Road. 39. Free from the burden of sin, and power in the blood, power in the blood. There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb.
for your passionate love. There's power in the word, power in the word. There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Higher than snow, there's power in the blood, power in the blood. There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the power in blood, you and His praises to sing. There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb.
Just a little quick intro.
She will.
Everybody stay standing, we'll take our morning offering up and faith promise for Marshall. Josh. Marshall will be bringing around faith promise with Josh, the tithes and offering. Kids will be coming out. Change. Our Heavenly Father, thank you for letting us come back one more time, Lord. Thank you for everything you do for us, Lord. Take this offering and faith promise and use it for your good, for your will, Lord. Let us go through our preaching hour, Lord. Just blow your breath through here. In Jesus' name we pray.
Don't forget to change, kids.
What are you doing?
Offer Ada. Change? No.
Try. Yeah.
Lord, I'll leave it over.
Oh, number two.
He's downstairs counting.
I want to grab my phone.
That's it, girl. That stopped it. It was recording. It was time running on it.
It's all right.
We're having technical difficulties. Just
Number they want.
two.
Early.
That's not it.
That's number two. What do you want?
What song?
It's number one, sorry.
That's Denise's song.
Let's see what you.
What? Oh.
Seeking forgiveness in your heart.
You go ahead and go deal with Mason now.
Our God will not judge us on how big or how small. He looks for Calvary's blood to cover it all. Surely fall. I'm glad the Savior's precious blood covered it all. Try to imagine how this miracle took place. Let beyond measure my God's amazing grace. Sometimes when we're weary, we might stumble and fall, but one just drop of His precious blood, it covered it all. That man would surely fall.
Is that better?
I'm glad the Savior's precious blood fall.
him back before it's better the other way.
In the beginning, that man would surely fall. I'm glad the Savior's precious blood. Yes, it was his precious blood. Covered it all. Covered it all.
Thank you. Lord God. Amen.
How many's glad you're saved?
Amen.
How many's glad you're covered by the blood of Jesus?
Amen. Lord God.
Well, that's better than fire insurance, ain't it?
Amen.
You don't know something? It is fire insurance.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank God.
Well, what a blessing it is. Now, don't forget, next Sunday night, youth choir will be going to Cedar Mountain Baptist Church at 6 o'clock to be singing.
Amen.
Amen. How many heard that?
Amen.
Next Sunday night at 6 o'clock, Cedar Youth Choir will be going to Cedar Mountain to sing. Now, listen, I want everybody's attention on this. Kids still dress up Saturday night. But we're going to be giving away $5 to the best dressed kid. But no ghosts, goblins, witches, stuff like that. Nothing evil. Huh? What? Even though we've been turned into a benefit, y'all should see the box of candy back there. I mean, it's stacked full. Huh? Bring some more. We're still gonna give away the bags. But at 5 o'clock, we're gonna start having the hot dog supper, right, Kenny? Try around 6 o'clock to do the cake auction. Has anyone been able to have anything donated? Has anyone talked to anybody about getting anything donated? We need to get some stuff donated that we can auction that stuff off. Then we're gonna have the benefit singing. My mom's family will be there singing. You can find out about the other group. And Reach Out to Jesus Trio will be there singing. Just gonna have a good time with the Lord. Amen. I know they've been announcing it on WKJB. And my mom is taking jugs. She's placed it in all the stores. With a picture of JD on it and stuff, trying to raise money to get this going. And I know my papa was inviting everybody he plays music with because he's got bored. If you don't have nobody there, you can't raise money. But if our church ain't doing their job, then no one will be there.
You're right. Amen. Amen.
So just remember this coming Saturday at 5. We'll need people there around 4 o'clock. Start helping set up, cook the hot dogs at least 4 o'clock, maybe even 3:30. Try to get all this going. And I'll just be honest with you. When it's for a family, that family shouldn't be having to help.
Hey, you're right. Amen.
But the last couple we've done, Josh and them ended up cooking because we wouldn't have the food at theirs. Didn't y'all cook? Because in church, that's not the way it's supposed to be done. You can get pick up keys if you want to. Just right down the road. No, actually, it's two driveways down on the right. Right past it, go past the King Creek Community Building, which will be on the right. You go past that house right beside it, and it's the next house, right across from the Dollar General. White House. And you can tell everybody it's easy to find, go down King Creek, and when you see the new Dollar General, it's across the road. King Creek has now got a Dollar General. We have, Fairview is now getting with the times, we have $2 Generals. Yeah, Ninja Turtles.
What superheroes?
Ninja Turtles, superheroes are fine. I just don't want nothing evil. I mean, we got enough devils in our church as it is. We don't need to bring any more. Anyway, oh, I couldn't resist that one. That door was left wide open, so I stepped into it. Hey man, if I get you turn with me to the book of Daniel, we need to move on here because we're heading down a bad path. Ricky takes us down a bad path every time he opens his mouth. So everybody say amen.
Amen.
I need you to be a smart aleck or something. Chapter number 3 of the book of Daniel. That's the truth to Richard's world's worst when you're up preaching, he yawns and boy, it's all bad. Before we get started, how many here, I'll do it like this. Who can tell me what I preached on Wednesday night about? Now don't blurt it out. Someone raise your hand, please. Who? Someone. It's on. Sheep bring in sheep, not the shepherd bring in sheep. Sheep bear sheep. Look around the church this morning. Where's the sheep? We've got people that's missed 2 weeks in a row at call. Have you called to check on them? I've called and checked on them. Have you? Well, preacher, I ain't gonna preach on it again. I preached on it the other night. But just think about it. What are you doing to bear sheep? If you look with me. In verse number 19, chapter number 3. This goes along with what I preached, what the Lord law on my heart this morning. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew these men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down or bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast three men bound? How many did they cast bound, church?
3.
3. You sure? They cast 3 in there because the 4th one was already in there.
Amen.
Yeah.
Woo, glory to God. Yes. I see 4 men, he said. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God.
Amen.
You be seated. There's something wrong with y'all this morning. Glory to God, preach.
Yeah.
Then we cast 3. It wasn't Jam, Ham, and St. Pat, no. Was it Josh, Ricky, and James? No. No, it's Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and Jesus.
Amen.
Well, preacher, there is no way Jesus was in there. I heard a man say this one time. The Bible says the form of the 4th was likened to the Son of God, that being Jesus. He hadn't even been born here on this earthly world, but he was there in the fire. Why did they get judged? Why did them 3 get judged? Because they stood against the world and stood for God.
Amen.
Yes, sir. Understand.
You know, today I love Brother Josh. But he's not getting in it. No. James, I love you, but you're not getting me there. Joe, you're not getting me there.
You're right.
You don't know something? Y'all ain't fireproof.
Exactly.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego wasn't fireproof.
That's right.
But they had someone on their side that was fireproof. He was a living, breathing fire extinguisher.
Amen.
When them guys, listen, the fire was so hot. Now, if y'all just catch on to this, that it slew the ones that cast them in there. In other words, slew, if you don't know what slew means, it means they were dead. It killed them upon that. And it wasn't the fire that done it. It was the heat. The heat of that. How hot it was.
Yes.
So I got thinking on the heat. What's the one thing that we all hate? Heat. When it, now don't get me wrong. But when it's 100 degrees outside, humidity's right at 98%. How many love walking around outside and working outside and that? No, because you just walk up here and you're doing this. I know. The worst days of my life is during the summertime. We're paving driveways. It's hot. We're putting down 300 degrees asphalt. It's hot. And when you're riding the back of that screen on that paver, there's a torch blowing on that screen to keep it hot. At all times, you got a fire right under you. Not only you got the heat of the day, you got the heat of the asphalt, but you got the heat of that fire. And I done it this past year. I quit wearing shorts. My leg burnt, busted up, bumped up against that metal. You know how hot that was? It was hot. So, what are you getting at? It's so hot that we can't stand it. But then it gets so cold and we want the hot. How many got up this morning and said, it's cold? Put a jacket on if it's cold. Some of you that raised your hands, I saw you walk in church without a jacket on. If it's cold, then why ain't you got a jacket on? Y'all see what I wore over my shirt this morning? Big, thick sweater. If I'm cold, I'm going to make myself warm.
That's right.
Huh? If it's cold, I'm gonna make myself warm. So can I ask the question? Why are we so complacent with being cold on God?
Amen. Right. Good question.
These three men could have stopped and said, look, I'm gonna be complacent. I want to be with everybody else. I'm gonna do what the king says. But instead, they said, no, we want to be on fire for God. You know what Jesus was standing back saying? I'm already in the fire. I'm standing here waiting on them. And we're going to show all them complacent ones what a true child of God that is on fire for God can do. Now, I want y'all to listen to me, and I'm trying to be brief this morning, because I've already been told I can't preach long today. I was told that Joe dropped by a woman. Because The Walking Dead, the new episode of it comes on at 9 o'clock tonight. Also, get it all out this morning. Yeah. Don't ask Misty if you don't want an honest answer. I know she acts like it is. But no, all seriously, pay attention to me right here. Why are we so complacent on being cold? You don't know something this morning? I'm going to sit down here for a minute. If I wanted to live in a cold climate, I'd move to Alaska. Or I'd head to Antarctica. I would head to the South Pole. Wow, preacher, South Pole's warm. No. Study your geographics. South Pole's as cold as the North Pole. It's covered in ice and ice all the time. The warmest places you'll ever find is right there on the equator. But you know, I live in a place where pretty much it's comfortable year-round. Well, preacher, I don't understand that. By January, you won't be saying that when there's 10 inches of snow on the ground. No, I'll be saying, ching. No. But what I'm getting at is what we get 2 months, really, truly, of bad weather here. Think about it. This is fall of the year. We should be having 35-degree mornings and 45, 50-degree days. We had 2 windy and cold days. Today's supposed to be 73 degrees. Well, what better place to live in? Let's go to Colorado. They've already had snow twice. Let's just go a little bit east of here, or west of here. Friday night, they got a dusting on the Tennessee line. Oh, preacher, we live here, Brother Ricky, because we love this climate. I ain't gonna move to Rutherford County. It's too hot down there. I told one guy we was working down there, I said, you know what this place is? It's the Gates of Hell. Well, preacher, that's wrong to say. That's one of the hottest places you'll ever be in your life. Yeah. Oak Street was a nightmare. But what I'm trying to get you, we're here because we're really complacent with the temperature. The reason we're so cold on God is because we're complacent. These guys decided not to be complacent. So decide not to be.
Brother Ricky, something happened last night that hasn't happened in 74 years. I done a little dance. They're my second favorite baseball team. The Chicago Cubs are in the World Series for the first time in 74 years. James wasn't even born yet. That's true. Last time the Chicago Cubs played for a World Series, James hadn't even been born. 74 years. Well, preacher, why don't you do a little dance? I was excited. I got something to get excited about, Brother James. Starting Tuesday night, I can sit down and I can watch a World Series of two teams that haven't won a World Series title in decades. I don't even know if Cleveland Indians have ever won one. 1948 was them, and the Cubs was 74 years ago. No, Cubs longer than that. They played 74 years ago in the World Series, but they haven't won it. So it gives me something to have an excitement about. Last time the Cleveland Indians played in the World Series was against the Atlanta Braves, and the Atlanta Braves beat them. 20 years ago for them. What do you get? Or no, 30 years almost now. No, 20. I don't know how I got the math. But it gives me something to get excited about. Something I hadn't seen in a long time. Brother Joe, last year in the Super Bowl, we had something to be excited about. We had a team that hadn't been there but once in their history there. They ain't going to make it this year, but they were there. Giving you something to get excited about. Something different. Something different. So, what I'm coming to you with this morning, does the Lord need to offer you something different to get you excited? Hey, I done a dance last night. Ricky said he done a dance last night. I got excited when the Cubs played. I remember being a kid and I'd rush home from school, Brother Josh, just to hear Harry Carey call an afternoon game at Wrigley Field. I know some of y'all don't know who Harry Carey was. But he was their broadcaster for years and years and years. And at the 7th inning stretch, he was one who made it popular to sing, "Take me out to the ball." And he would spit about 40 yards out there when he was singing. But what are you getting at, preacher? Give me something to get excited about. Does God give you something different to get excited about? I want to share something with you. See, these three got excited without a change. This word never changes.
Amen.
So if you're waiting on God to give you something different to get you excited, you better give up.
Right.
Yeah.
He don't change. He said, "I am God and I change not." He's not going to change to get you excited. But what he did was, and it's been hit on all morning, James said, well, it's going to be about the blood all morning. James is about right. He did shed his blood on Calvary. And if that can't get you excited, nothing will.
Amen.
You want to change the blood to water? Well, let me show you something. He bled completely out. So his blood was water. He completely bled out till only the water was coming out. You want something to give you a change? You woke up this morning because he woke you up.
Amen. That's right. Thank God.
Lord. My wife was shocked yesterday morning. I was up before the alarm clock. I was up 30 minutes before the alarm clock was going on. I was dressed and in the living room when the first alarm clock finally went off yesterday morning. I'll preach, what was that, about 8 o'clock? No. Bless your heart, no. I was up at 4 o'clock and dressed.
I was sitting in the living room yesterday morning at 4:30. Going to work. You gotta help some of you if you'd actually try that.
Right.
Ricky said, I ain't getting up. I'm glad you said that, Brother Ricky. He got up that early for you.
Yeah.
I was using that for an example.
Amen.
He got up for you, didn't he?
Exactly.
I remember you stood, Brother Ricky, I couldn't wait for a rain day to get off work. Boy, it'd be pouring rain that morning, we'd go in, and all of us, me, Round Man, all of us, we'd be excited. Because we worked so much that we knew we was getting an extra day that week. Boy, we'd get excited and on the boy, I'm telling you, we'd show up work, we'd jump out of that truck in the pouring rain, run over to the boss's truck like, we're going home. And nothing would kill us no worse than when you'd say, we need to go up there and clean around the catch basins. We need to go do this. We need to do this erosion. We need to do that erosion. Make us work in 2 hours that they're paying us for. This, we always argued it's called 2 hours show up time. He said, well, if they're going to give you 2 hours, you might as well work. He was right. We were wrong. We just wanted to go home. They're willing to give you 2 hours for coming in. At least you should do something to earn those 2 hours. But when he'd say, all right, boys, go home, he didn't have to wait for us to stand around and talk. Boy, we was out of there. Now I get up and it's raining. I drive to the shop, get the shop open. I sit down in the shop, Brother Ricky, drinking my coffee, and it's pouring the rain out the doors. What used to be, boy, I'm going home today. Now it's, what can we do today to get paid? We work in the shop, get our hours. What are you getting at here? Well, I used to be complacent when I was younger, Brother Ricky, of going home. Now, I'm thinking opposite. What can I do to make sure I get my hours? What can I do to make sure I get my paycheck? What used to, they should just give us that for coming in. Now, let's do something to get this. What happened? I realized something. If I want to have a comfortable life, I've got to work for it. You'll catch on that in just a second. If I want to have a comfortable life, you've got to work for it. Meaning you cannot be complacent with being one way. I was complacent to lose 10 hours for a day off. Now I'm not. The reason Christians, we get so cold is we go complacent. We're not willing to work. If someone said, you cannot worship God but that on Saturdays, you know what we do? Saturday would be the only day we'd worship. We're that complacent in this day and era we live. Do not speak of God unless it's Friday. That's what we do. We are not willing to work to make sure God is in the best. These three were willing to do the work. These three were willing to do the work. Are you willing to work this morning? It sort of goes along with Wednesday night's message, but not really. What kind of work will you do?
I'll let somebody else do my work. Well, preacher, is not through works that I get saved. No, it's through grace that you are saved. But it's through works is what you've got to give the Lord when you get to heaven. Your crowns. So what are you willing to do? As we stand to our feet. What are you willing to do, church? Head bowed, eyes closed. No one looking around. In reverence to this time. What are you willing to do today? There's people making their way to this altar. What kind of works are you willing to do? Father, as we come today, Lord, I thank you for your grace. I thank you for your mercy. Father, I pray, Lord, you'll touch on each and every heart, touch on each and every one, Lord, that's come out this way. Father, we love you and we thank you in Jesus' name.
I don't care how it's. Last day.
Amen. I do want y'all to know that Skylar Fire Department sent thing on the donate money. Sure. I wouldn't donate. Why not free? Yeah, next month. I pay about $300 in property tax. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't include everybody else. So, I donate to those. Now, if y'all choose to as a church, we'll donate. But I don't advise it. I just don't see the reason to donate to them and make them richer. How do you know they're getting paid real good money? Not only that, I got a brother-in-law working for the fire department. When they're out around bringing bids, own 2 places, one a big property land they just bought. They complain about not having money. Don't get you wrong. An average firefighter makes more than all of us. But if y'all want to donate to them, all right, tonight, 5 o'clock, go pray, come pray. I'm gonna get me one of the long winded messages for tonight, Misty. For her birthday, it's gonna be Misty's birthday message. You can't get her on the. Andrew, what is that?
She ain't ducking out nowhere.
Oh, she ain't ducking out nowhere, he's got keys.
You wanna tell us what happened yesterday?
Oh, go ahead and tell us.
Amy lost my car keys.
You give the keys to the 2-year-old, Andrew? What was you thinking?
She plays with them all the time.
That's in a jewelry box. Did you find them? Go pray at 5 o'clock tonight. Don't forget to tell someone about Jesus. Taylor dismisses the prayer.
Thank you, Minister. Amen.